Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you get over to jerichogreen.net. And this video is sponsored by Noble Gold. Do you know about shrinkflation? This is inflation by stealth, where you get less and less burger or candy bar for your dollar. But the Fed claims inflation's not a problem. Noble Gold solves this. You know that with a precious metal IRA, you can hedge growing prices and retire worry-free. You'll keep up with the Fed's inflation. This month, Noble Gold is giving away a free 5-ounce pure silver America the Beautiful bullion coin with every eligible IRA or 401k rollover. To learn more about the services offered by Noble Gold, please visit noblegoldinvestments.com or call at 877-646-5347. People, unless your electronics aren't working, you've seen the images of the over 9,000 Haitians under a bridge in Texas. Now, you might be thinking the same damn thing I was thinking when I heard about Haitians in Texas. How in the hell did all of these Haitian people get all the way to Texas? Well, they've been displaced by all the natural disasters that they have way too many of. Matter of fact, back in 2010, when they had that earthquake, it was like a 7 point something. It killed hundreds of thousands of Haitian people. That shit was crazy. Thousands more were homeless. Thousands more are still missing. And that's when the Clintons came a-calling. You ever heard of the Clinton Foundation? You cannot talk about a Haitian disaster and not mention the Clintons. That's like talking about McDonald's and nobody says anything about hamburgers. They're one and the same. Rumor has it that the Clinton Foundation raised $100 million for a hospital, but the Haitians never got the damn hospital. That's weird. Clintons got the money, Haitians didn't get the hospital. Okay, that makes sense. So money goes through there. Money has gone through there. Why they have not improved their infrastructure, I don't know. I could be missing part of the puzzle. But I do have a question. I got a couple questions, but I'll start with the most important one. Where is our border czar? You guys know we have one, right? And the border czar's sole purpose is to maintain our country's policy at the border. Now, I'm using the word border very loosely because that implies some kind of delineation between two different sides. Something's here to stop you. That's your side. This is my side. Guards, walls, things of that nature. But we ain't got it like that on our border because somebody stopped somebody else's things they had in place, some procedures that were in place to make it a more secure border, sovereignty and all that shit. But we have a border czar. This is where she should be. You can't miss it. It's a group of 9,000 people, but she's not there. Now, she'll be 800 miles away, but she's not right there. I don't get it. Borders are border, right? I don't know. Call me crazy. But why are those people showing up to the border in such numbers now? This is not Haiti's first natural disaster. I think this is their first presidential assassination. That was fucked up. I could be wrong, but if it's their first one, but yeah, that was fucked up. But this is not their first natural disaster. They have them all the time. Hurricanes, earthquakes, cholera outbreaks. So why flood it now? They had natural disasters during Obama. They had natural disasters during Trump. You know they weren't pulling that shit under Trump. So why now? Oh, I know. Pick me, I know. Because our administration now don't give a shit about our border. More importantly, they don't give a shit about the people at the border. The town of Del Rio is right there. Now they say they're going to start flying these people back to Haiti. Really? You're going to fly them back to Haiti. Now, I'm no aviation specialist, But I know planes don't fly off of well wishes. Planes use fuel. Plane uses pilots that you have to compensate monetarily when they're flying the plane. So who's paying for this? Who greenlit 9,000 fucking plane tickets? Who said we're going to fly them back at all? Because the last guy we had at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, he had those countries south of our border taking care of that shit for us. Mexico had their troops on the border, not ours. Governor Abbott of Texas had to put National Guard troops on our border. The last president had Mexico doing that shit, not us. So what happened? Why did those people wait to come up here now? The border's always been there. They've always had natural disasters, but they know who's in charge right now. Barely. But they know a border is not a priority. It's not even on the list. It's not even a concern. You've heard them say that we don't have a crisis at the border. Now, you heard I just mentioned Haiti recently had a cholera outbreak. Cholera? We ever had that shit in America? These people had a cholera outbreak, yet they're coming up here by the tens of thousands and nobody's stopping them except the governor of Texas. I thought that when you had to deploy National Guard troops within the borders of America, that might get the president's attention. He might want to say something. He might want to do something. But then you have members of the four hordes of the apocalypse saying, don't send these people back to Haiti. Because everything's all fucked up there. Why are you going to send them back? That's messed up. Well, we can't have them here. Why don't you talk to some of those countries south of the border who should have stopped them before they got here? Hey, El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala, Mexico, you want to do us a solid? You want to look out for us? Since we're got a damn pipeline of hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars to you fuckers every year? That's another thing Trump did. He made people earn their money. I'm not making it rain on you like a fucking stripper. You gotta earn that shit. And part of earning it is stopping hordes of people from invading our border, you fuckers. How about that? Border czar, while you're down there visiting fucking Guatemala? Why don't you tell Guatemala, if you don't stop these motherfuckers from coming up here, we're going to stop the money from coming down here. How about that? President of Guatemala, whoever you are, President of Mexico, Honduras. Why don't you grab all those little fuckers by the collar and tell them you better stop them from coming up here? If they don't stop, the money will. Watch all those little dictators go clickety-clack back to their fucking countries and tell them, hey, stop them from coming to America. Here we got coming to America. Down there they got don't come to America. Stop them. Because if you don't, we turn off the money. We turn off your remittance. Mexico, their number one source of revenue. You think Mexico's not going to hop to if we turn that damn money off? Come on. I know that, and I'm sitting in a truck. But they do not give a shit about us. In the middle of a pandemic, guys, Haiti has some of the lowest numbers of vaccinated in the world, and they're letting them come up here in groups of 10,000 or more. There's another group right behind them. And you mean to tell me that all of these people coming through the southern border are just coming to have a better life, to make a better life for their kids? What the fuck do you think we're trying to do up here in America? They act like everybody born outside of America are the only ones who work hard and the only ones who love their families and want better for them. We want that too. That's why I'm up before the sun, is because I want that too for my kids. So what makes your kids or your needs more important than mine? Nothing. Nothing at all. Don't forget us, lowly little taxpayer. Remember me? Maybe they don't. Maybe they need to be reminded. Maybe 2022 is the time to remind them who we are. Because if we don't, You're going to see more than this going on. You're going to see American families out in the street like, what the fuck? I thought I lived there. There's going to be some Haitians in there bumping Wyclef. And you're going to be out in the cold in your own damn driveway. Don't think they won't. Don't think they won't. But since this is a pandemic, I just don't understand how you cutting us out of society. You're telling us that your patients are wearing thin. You can't go here and you can't go there unless you're vaccinated. But you look down south and it's like, come on in. Vax what? Get your third world ass up here and get in this population. That don't make no sense. Somebody help me out. Let me know in the comment section. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link and get over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.